getting lunch?
I'll try the taco too as well, but I don't like cabbage on it though.
There's guacamole on it. Tastes really good.
Okay, I'm just gonna take a bite.
Have it. You know what? Can I steal a coffee from you? Demi, do you mind? Do you mind? Yeah, is that okay? She seduced.
Oh my God, they're so good.
Are they?
They're so good.
Let's just make the whole special about this.
I mean, I could talk about these tacos for an hour.
Before she became a pop star playing to sold-out arenas, Demi Lovato was the little girl from Albuquerque, New Mexico. She moved to Texas when her mother, Diana, got a job as a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader.
Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. You were a bit of an entertainer right from the start, right?
Mm-hmm.
When did the entertainment bug bite you?
Actually, I mean, I was doing ballet and tap and jazz before kindergarten, and I just loved entertaining. And then I remember when I discovered who Shirley Temple was. And from then on, I was like, I'm going to be the next Shirley Temple, damn it. I was like, going to work hard, work hard, work hard. And I guess that's why I achieved my goal so soon, was because I wanted to be the youngest person to win a Grammy. I wanted to be the youngest person to win an Oscar. Like, all of that. I dreamt really, really far.
After competing in a string of child beauty pageants, Demi landed an audition for the popular children's show, Barney and Friends.
How did it come about to go audition for Barney and Friends, which I feel like I've seen you on that one. I used to watch with my nieces. I'm a little older than you.
Yeah, the glasses.
Yes.
Yeah, glasses. That was me. Yeah.
So how did that all come about? Because that's like a big deal to go audition for Barney and then be cast.
Well, I auditioned once before. It was my very, very first audition. I auditioned when I was 5.
Okay.
And I made it down to like the last round of auditions or something like that. Mm-hmm. And I didn't make it because I didn't know how to read.
Demi tried out for Barney 2 years later and got the part. At the audition, she met Selena Gomez.
Is the band here? Not yet. Oh, I can't wait to see them because someday I want to play in a band too.
I just remember like sitting there. I think Selena had a jacket and the concrete was really hot. So I asked her, I was like, can I borrow your jacket to sit on the concrete? We started coloring and that's how we met. And then fast forward like, God, 14 years later. And here we are, like, with having had our own Disney shows, you know, going through everything that we've been through and having songs on the radio.
That's amazing.
Demi seemed confident but struggled with her body image. In a 2012 interview, she revealed that she suffered from bulimia.
Where did you start feeling like you didn't look like the other girls? Because you say that started very young, right?
When I was really young, I mean, I was like in diapers the first time that I ever felt like I just like would rub my hand over my stomach. And it's just something that I feel like my mom had an eating disorder, and so I grew up around that. And I think if it's in that environment, you grow up learning those behaviors and those thoughts.
At school, Demi also dealt with being bullied. In a 2011 interview, the singer claimed she lost 30 pounds after classmates mercilessly teased her about her weight.
There's no worse feeling than being, you know, followed around a school by a group of girls who are saying horrible things to you. How old were you?
When I left school, I was 12 years old, and I started homeschooling, so it was like the very beginning of the 7th grade year.
Okay.
You know, I was at that age where everyone's growing and they're trying to figure out who they are, and I'm not saying that I was a little angel by any means. I mean, when you're a 12-year-old girl, like, you're gonna say stuff back. But it just escalated to a point where it was no longer gossiping and bickering. It was like threats, and following through with those threats just made it unbearable to go to school, and I left.
Demi could focus on her craft.
After I booked Barney and Friends, I continued to audition for other roles and other things. And I booked some commercials, and once in a while I would get a break. But for the most part, I just was going to auditions, hearing the word no and getting really bummed out, but continuing to go. And there was a mini-series called As the Bell Rings, and I booked it, and then they were, on the episode, I sang, and they were like, wow, she sings too. And it kind of snowballed after that in an amazing way.
Coming up,
we had always had a strong chemistry, and there were always feelings there, but we never acted on them. because I was under 18.